Hi there, I'm Ken Lammers. Welcome to the last hockey podcast until next year starts up again. I'm not going to be that guy who's going to follow, this and that trade and this and that coach going from here to there. If you want that, go see the Hockey Guy or Steve Dangle, which are both really good hockey videocasts here on YouTube. For now, I'm going to tell you this. The Marlies won the AHL's championship, the Calder Cup. It was not a really good game, although since it was home for the Marlies when they were blowing out the Texas Stars, I'm sure the hometown crowd was having a blast. But for me, watching it over the internet, I would have liked a closer game. Oh well, I did order the Marlies jersey like I said I would. I didn't order the one with the maple leaf and the crown on it. I ordered the older one with the maple leaf and the thing here, the cross pucks or cross sticks and Marley's written across the front of it because I like that one more. But if anybody asks me really, my excuse is going to be, well, I live in a republic. I can't have a crown on my chest. So I had to get the other one. Unfortunately, I think I ordered the other one from a Chinese site. So who knows how many months it'll take to get from here from China. Yeah, we'll see. I couldn't find the older one anywhere else. So, like I say, we'll see how it turns out. Having said all that, let's go over everybody who won this year in the hockey playoffs in the adult leagues, right? The real leagues. Well, that's not fair. In the adult leagues, the professional leagues. And the NHL, obviously, the Capitals won. They beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Once the NHL decided it wasn't going to call any penalties, and Wilson could kill anybody he wanted on the ice, and nothing would happen. That's when the Capitals just went off and they played really rough, and they put down Vegas, right? Apparently that's the way you have to do it because Vegas was beating everybody else. And congratulations to Vegas for making it that far in their first season. Nobody, and I don't care who you are, nobody thought Vegas would make it that far. Y'all did awesome. Congratulations to the Capitals for winning. Yeah, you played rough, but them's the rules that you were given, and you played under the rules the way they were letting you play, and you took full advantage, and you won the Stanley Cup. Would have liked it if it had been a tighter series, the final series. All the playoffs up to the Stanley Cup were more exciting than the actual final series. Anyway, congratulations to the Capitals. In the AHL, for the Calder Cup, I just told you that the Marlies, Toronto Marlies, the only Canadian team to win a championship, defeated the Texas Stars. The first 4 games of this playoff were just simply amazing 1-point games, 1-point differentials, and then the last 3 were blowouts. One for the Marlies, then one for the Texas Stars, and then another one for the Marlies. So while I'm sure that was fun for the fans at home, at the Marlies' home watching that blowout, not so much for me. And then the ECHL, you had the Colorado Eagles playing their last year in the ECHL and repeating as champions of the ECHL. They'd won the year before as well, winning the Kelly Cup. They beat the Florida Everblades. It was an amazing series with the exception of one game, which I think the Everblades won by 5-0. But the rest of it was just amazing. The best series that I watched in playoffs this year. So if you want to go pay money and watch it, I'd suggest it. I think it was pretty good. That, obviously AHL is, the Calder Cup is basically AAA hockey. ECHL is AA hockey. And then the unaffiliated leagues below, there's basically A-level hockey, which is the Southern Professional Hockey League, SPHL, which is not limited to just the South anymore. There are teams up north too. And in there, the Huntsville Havoc defeated the Peoria Rivermen, and which was pretty impressive considering that Huntsville was a 4th seed and as if I recall, Peoria was the #1 seed overall, and Huntsville just came through and won it all. Huntsville, by the way, is a really great place to watch a hockey match. If you ever have the time, I suggest going down there to watch one. It's really fun. They pretty much fill their arena with, I don't know, it looked like it fit 10 or 12,000 by memory, which probably means it fits 5 or 6, but they fill their arena. And then in the FHO, which is probably the equivalent of rookie league hockey, the Watertown Wolves beat the Port Huron Howlers, I think it is. And so that was an interesting experience in that the first game, Port Huron just wiped the floor with the Watertown Wolves, and then Watertown came back and won the next 3 in a row to cap it all off. And so that won them the championship of the FHL, which is, by the way, the Commissioner's Cup. The SPHL's championship is the President's Cup. So that covers the NHL and the 4 minor leagues of hockey that are actually professional minor leagues. I'll see you next year when hockey starts back up. If you're only here for hockey, if you're here for the other sports, stick around. I'll talk about them more. If you like what you saw here today, hit like. If you like what you see around here generally, hit subscribe and go watch everything about 9 million times, because otherwise YouTube will never give me a penny for any of this. If you want to contact me directly, at LammersK on Twitter, direct message me. And comments below, leave tons of them if you want. I cannot promise that I will answer. I promise I'll try to read them all, but I can't promise I'll answer because got to have that day job to support this hobby. And for some reason, my boss expects me to work at the day job. I just don't understand that. Anyway, I'm going to give you my one piece of advice I give every time. If you got a little bit extra time and you got a little bit extra money, go watch the minor league sports. Y'all have a good week. See you next season.